So basing on shame and guilt, how does it contribute to matters gender-based violence? Over 2 weeks ago, I had a conversation with a certain beautiful lady who's married or in a situationship. I'm calling it situationship because their marriage is neither officiated nor, well recognized by both families, but I bet or I hope they're in the process of doing that. So I happened to walk into three ladies. This lady who is the victim, the mother, and also another lady who was more of, a negotiator. So the lady wanted to go back to her home, or rather to her house. She had gone back to their home for a function that was happening, and so she wanted to go back. The only difference this time was she wanted to go back with her two kids. She has two girls. So the first girl, she stayed with her when she met this gentleman. Let's call this gentleman John. So when they first met, of course, love bombing stage, things were okay, things went well, things looked well. Everything was promising. But something started showing up. Few months into their marriage, less than a year, the man started saying that I don't like your girl. I don't like your daughter. What would ensue is that this man would come home with food, eat, and send this 3-year-old girl to throw the remains in the dustbin. So this 3-year-old girl, because she's hungry, would find herself eating the remains that were supposed to be thrown in the dustbin. Of course, neighbors intervened. Some spoke to this lady and told her, what is happening with your daughter is not right. But the lady could not tell because whenever they were with this gentleman, nothing of that sort could be seen. Until one day, this man blatantly told her that I don't like this girl. I can't share a roof with this girl. At that point of time, this lady is already pregnant. This man would come home drunk, intoxicated both with bang and alcohol, would scream, make noise, abuse, both verbally. Then it got to a point that this woman had to look for something to do because she needed to have her financial freedom. I don't know who advised her to do that, but trust me, who advised her to do that did a very good job. So she started doing these menial jobs. Sometimes going to wash for people, do some laundry, do some cleaning. Then she started vending roasted maize beside the road, and she started getting some coins. So while this was happening, this man became very mad with her. Why are you going outside? Why are you going to sell? Are you selling to men? You're playing me. You're laughing with men. What do you think? You're a married woman. So things escalated and he started beating this woman. Anytime she would go home from her vending maize job, she would be beaten in front of this other 3-year-old girl, and she is heavily pregnant. A woman took her in. So she gave birth to this other girl her second-born child into this other woman's home. And she didn't stop her maize vending job. So life continues. And one day, this man, as the husband, the purported boyfriend, came. Of course, the sweet words end up changed, end up done this, and this will never happen again. It was the work of the devil. Men sometimes we call the devil where they're not even supposed to be called. So he apologized, and this girl, coming from the background she was coming from, she said, yeah, you can go back. But that woman intervened. The woman she was living with intervened and said, why would you go back to that home, especially with your child, this young girl here, that this guy has officially told you that he doesn't like? Don't you think you're putting this child in harm's way? She didn't budge because, again, it is not easy to get in the middle of two lovers. They left, stayed together once again. So when they continued to stay together, a week into moving in, the war started. And at this time, the mother to this woman had to be informed. So when she intervened, she told her daughter to go home with the kids, to take them home. At that point of time, this girl is almost turning 4 years